Not that one.
Oh God.
No, the Housefire halibut, right?
That was at his house.
Have we described that to our viewers yet?
I don't think you've told me the story either.
All right, story time. So we'll do a real quick story time.
Story time.
So, at one point, way back, I lived with my mom in an apartment, and Larry was over one time, and we were playing some Xbox and hanging out, and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna cook some halibut. I'm gonna fry it, and I want you to try it because Larry's not usually a huge fan of seafood.
It's in the water. I don't want it.
But anyway, so I was gonna have him try it and he's usually willing to try stuff that I make, especially after I've made some salmon that he enjoyed. And so I started making this halibut, and I put a bunch of oil in a pan, and I put it on 5 out of 10. So I figured half, it shouldn't be that hot. And I turned back and I start looking at him. He's playing an X.
I was getting down. I was getting down on Call of Duty.
Playing some Call of Duty. And I was watching him. I like said a couple of things, and then I turned back. Oh no, he looks back at me. That's right. He looks back at me and he goes, "Fire, fire!" And I go, "What? Fire!" And I turn around and there's a fire on our stove. The oil had caught itself on fire and was just like, 2 feet high, maybe less than that, but it was like almost 2 feet high, just going. And I had to run in there, and then Larry followed me in.
I never knew. I didn't know what to do. So this is a life lesson for everybody.
So I was looking for baking soda, which is the best way to put out an oil fire, is baking soda. But the problem was the baking soda was in the cabinet above bad placement, right above the stove. So I was not going to reach my hand through that flame wall. So
Your behind back over here.
my next thought was to cover it, but the only thing we had that was out, like a baking sheet that was out, had some salmon defrosting in it. And so I was gonna do that, and Larry starts going over to, like, I don't know what but he was reaching for the sink. I was like, "No, stop, you can't use water. If you do that, it'll just spread and it'll be on fire everywhere."
There's your life lesson. Don't use water on an oil fire.
Yeah, ever. So finally I just decided to tip the, that's right, I was going to tip that, but then I realized there was water in the pan too, so
Splash back. And
so in my mind I thought, get the fire out of the building. So I grabbed a oven mitt and I grabbed that cast iron skillet, and I told Larry to get the door, and Larry went and was going for the door to the porch, and I was like, "Nope, we're not gonna make it through that way." So I turned the corner and made my way out the front door and put that out on the floor, on the ground.
As he was turning the corner, though, he turned. I mean, it's fire. He was moving quick. He turned, oil splashed over, burnt the out of his carpet.
Yeah, it was bad.
Fringed all the hair on his arms and your face too, right? Your eyebrows.
No, I think you got my arm really bad. It might have, I don't know, singed a little bit of the hair on the front of my face or something, but it was pretty bad. We ended up taking it out there and then going and grabbing baking soda and putting baking soda on it after the fire wasn't there anymore.
Well, and the best part about it was CD's mom had went to the store like probably 5 minutes before we started cooking, and she came back to her house
melted.
Yeah, just smoke pouring out of the house.
Yeah. It was not a great move. I'm not sure why that thing flared up so quick, but it wasn't good. So there's your lesson. Watch your oil when it's cooking.
Don't have your baking soda above your oven or your stove.
Have it down in a cabinet somewhere down low. Don't use water.
Yes, that's the big one.
It's
do
very
not
important.
use fire, or do not use water for
oil fire.
Oil fires.
You're not supposed to use it on electric fire either. It just makes the ground all electrified, possibly, or conductive at least. So anyway, that's our quick little story time. And learn from my mistakes.
Yes.
Do not repeat Housefire halibut.
If I remember right, the halibut turned out pretty good, though. What we did get to save.
That's true. I cooked it afterwards. Finally cooked it at the end, and it did come out good. But it almost burned the house down first, so not good. Yeah, don't do that.